This is an NBC News special report.
Dag vrienden van de poëzie, ik ben dicht bij u vandaag.
Hello everyone, I'm Peter Moons and I have here, right next to me, Nicolas Labarre. Welcome to the national broadcast about Teen Court.
From Osama to Obama.
But what's actually Teen Court?
And where do Teen Court operates?
Why were they established?
How exactly do they function?
What cases do they deal with?
And finally, are Teen Court really effective?
If our messages to you could be carried by words, we wouldn't have done that by planes.
First, Teen Court is a program that offers teenage offenders an important second chance, a chance to learn from their mistake without the high cost and stigma of a criminal record.
Teen Court is a real justice program run by teens for teens. Juveniles aged 12 through 17 who have committed a misdemeanor crime appear before a jury of their peers. The crime is generally a first offense and the respondent must admit involvement since this is a disposition hearing only.
Teen Court is offered as a positive experience to divert a first-time teen offender away from a pattern of criminal behavior. Cases heard in Teen Court involve crimes such as shoplifting, disorderly conduct, destruction of property, and possession of alcohol, to name a few.
In Teen Court, volunteer teens perform the role of the prosecuting and defense attorneys, bailiff, clerk and jury. The judge is the only adult directly involved in the court proceedings.
After careful consideration of facts, the jury deliberates and decides upon a constructive disposition, including a minimum number of community service hours and serving on at least one and up to 4 Teen Court juries. The respondent then has 60 days to complete the disposition and have the original charge dismissed. If the disposition is not completed, the case returns to the referring agency for formal processing. Other sanctions include attending educational programs and writing essays and apology letters.
In fact, the whole Teen Court program is a simple idea from James Corral, a Los Angeles judge who says peer pressure that entices young people to join gangs or take drugs can act just as well in the courtroom to keep them away from crime. It's certain that the influence of peer pressure is great. Team effort is an essential key component for success. Without the cooperation of a judge, a probation officer and the community, it would definitely not work.
Teen courts are very effective. 95% of those found guilty complete their sentence and probationary period without further arrests. It means only 5% of recidivism. That's a very good rate.
But the kids are harsher than the adults in terms of punishments. For example, one sentence passed committed a teenage shoplifter to 200 hours of community service and ordered him to enroll in school. The convicted criminal did not like it but thought it fair. Another jury recommended another 200 hours of community service after finding a boy guilty of possessing marijuana. When the jury reads its recommendation, the 16-year-old boy asked to go to the regular juvenile court.
A girl found guilty of a graffiti offences was sentenced to 100 hours of talks to elementary school classes, outlining why graffiti is illegal.
There are now 17 courts in Los Angeles County and 5 being developed. It was broadcasted by NBC Television. Thanks for watching and see you next week.
Iedereen is dood, einde.